Hey everybody, it's Dave with No Chaser, and for today's topic, I was gonna do something a little bit more broad, not just on addiction in recovery, but also on mental health. It's about when you're facing a time when you're super overwhelmed, when it just seems like stuff is piling on and you're taking on too much of a load, and there's so many things happening all at once, and it's just like you're overwhelmed. It's like, what am I going to do? Like, how, because stuff like that can certainly pile up. Like, you have, first of all, like finances, bills you got to pay, and you have all these like things that are like subscription services that just take money out. So you get money deposited, and then it's like, yay, payday, but then it just immediately gets sucked out, and then there's some charges that are like, wait, is that more? I shouldn't have to pay for that. Or what even is that? And the problem is that you have to take like 30 minutes out of your day to go and track down and call somebody about this charge thing. Like, what is this deal? Like, I want my money back. And so you got that stuff going on. And then like, if you have kids, you have to like, funnel them around and drive them. Like, transportation is a huge thing. Like, one of the biggest things when I was a case manager in child welfare, and like, you think of like the complexity and the seriousness of all the problems that come into, when kids are taken away from their parents. Like, it's 90% addiction, but you also deal with trauma and abuse and all that type of stuff. And you think that to help these people, like to get them reunified, like it requires so much like specialized treatment and therapy, which sometimes it's necessary, but like a lot of times what people need to get back on their feet, truly just need, is something as simple as like transportation, just getting a ride somewhere. Like, so many people like struggle with like things. I know like people that are maybe on probation, or people that are just barely making it by, like check to check, and their time is filled up and they don't have a car, or their car broke down, and it just, taking the bus, like public transit, it depends on where you are, but like it's hard and it's unpredictable, and you just have to wait so much, and you have to fit all the stuff in, and just even talking about it is like, man, it could be super overwhelming. And I thought about this, where I was thinking in terms of my life, where I'm working a couple part-time jobs, and I'm like, I have some support. Thank God. I'm so fortunate to have some support to help me out, because I don't know what I'd do without it. Like, I honestly, like, I extend myself to be truly humbled, because I would totally be a homeless person if I wasn't in the situation I was in. But like, I still have bills and like debt collectors and things that are like, I have to atone for. And, or do I have to? Like, can I not pay them back? I don't know. But like, there's all these calls, and so you just have like calls about when you're at work that you owe someone money, and then you may have like some problem in your relationship, like you're fighting with somebody because like you said something weird in the morning, and you could have like issues with I don't know, like plumbing, like something went out in your house, and just, it feels all so overwhelming. So to reflect in like the addiction way, like as an alcoholic or an addict, this would be a time where it would just be nice to escape, where you just drink or use, and you just go, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to drift away, and I'm just going to not engage with all these things, which is very stupid, because they don't go away. It's not like one of those things where you just do that and they're, okay, never mind. The universe says, oh, he wants to drink, then we'll go away. They're still there, and the worst part is you put them off, and you haven't been attending to them because you've been drinking or using, so they've gotten worse, and so it creates that crazy cycle. Or if you're just like your regular average person, where you're just trying to like stay above board, and maybe you're younger, you're going to school and working and doing something, or you're young and you have kids and you're working, or you're doing all three, or you know, whatever station you're at in life. Maybe you're not like, maybe you're older if you're watching this and you don't have kids, and you're not going to school, but you're just trying to fill out your day and you're struggling with like handling life. You know, just a lot of stuff can come at you in a certain way. It can be overbearing and overwhelming. But the one thing I've learned is like, and this is not like wisdom that I just like, and it like came to me. It's something that just I accrued over time and like listened to people, where it was something as simple as like, okay, you're starting to freak out. Things are getting crazy. Like the boiling water is getting more boilinger or bubblier. Like things are heating up and you're about to overflow. The Jenga tower is about to crash. Like, just take a second though and really honestly check the facts. Like, I think I'm pretty sure this is like a DBT lingo thing, like dialectical behavioral therapy, but it's like, check the facts of just, okay, right now you have this level of anxiety, like through the roof, but it's not matching with the reality of it. So for instance, you're freaking out because you're on break at work and a debt collector is calling you and you're just like, I don't have the money, and just, it's like, okay, if you just take a breath and go, okay, is this person gonna like crawl through the phone and like take money out of your pockets? Are they gonna like just tow your car away? No. Is the person gonna just fire you from your job? No. I mean, it's not a great situation to be in, but like something as of right now is not going to like destroy your life. So you can just enjoy the break. Like, don't worry about the call. If you know you're feeling overwhelmed because you have all this stuff that you have to do, maybe you have like a big paper due, like a big exam coming up, or like you have like an overflow of stuff from work that's carrying over, like when you're not even on the clock, like depending on what your job is, you just can go, okay, well, hold on. It's gonna be okay, because one thing is that like really helps out is to understand how not important you are. Which is not to say that you're not, like, you don't have significance and value, but you're just not that important. Like, if you duck out from your job or whatever, like, organization or thing you're a part of, it's still going to be there. Like, I don't know if it hurts your feelings, but, like, it's still going to be going. And that's okay. And you need to understand that. So you take that pressure off and just go, okay, if I don't do these things, it will still survive. Like it will still manage. Like maybe I'm a retail manager in the store. They're going to find a way. Or I'm struggling with the kids and, you know, but my significant other, maybe I'm a single parent. Maybe I get help from someone else. If I don't have help from anybody else, you know, that is a particularly dire situation, but you can use the public resources or anything. But you just break it down into like what is going to happen in the moment. Like that's I guess what the thing I'm concluding to is that you just take it when it's like so overbearing, and you just take like time out, freeze, and go, okay, what is going to happen in the moment though? Like your level of freaking outness, of panic, is too high for what's actually happening. Because if you're freaking out like this person's going to break up with me because they didn't put like a kissy face after this like text they sent, or a heart or whatever, or this person is, you know, I'm not going to be able to do this, go to this social event, and I'm no longer going to have friends ever again, or anything like that, or I'm missing out or anything. Like, just break it down into facts of like what is going to happen to you in the moment or in the even near future. Are you going to survive? Is it going to be okay? Because for the most part, it's one of those things where it will be okay. It may not be like the most ideal thing, but it will be okay. And you can kind of just keep going with life. And you just take a breath and you go, okay, I'm not going to get fired, or I'm not going to get dumped, or I'm not going to get kicked out of this building, or I'm not going to, my kid's not going to die. I'm not going to like fall off this building or whatever, just honestly take where you're at in all this panic and make it like all that feeling of anxiety and just go, okay, is this matching what is actually happening in my life? And then when you see that your panic is more than what's actually happening, you go, okay, you know what? I'm going to dial that down because I don't need to do that. Now, that's obviously much easier said than done. This is just something I'm suggesting as a way that you can kind of try to soothe yourself. I am not a licensed doctor. I don't even play one on TV. I'm not a therapist or anything like that. I'm just a guy who has a YouTube channel and a phone, and I talk. Thank you.